If we go by looks alone, most men are just not what most women want. Most of us are too short, too old, too fat, too corny, or not charismatic enough to be what women physically want. But the one thing that's interesting about women, that there are many ways to woo them. If you have a nice personality, if you have a strong personality, if you are charismatic, if you're rich, if you're funny, if you're interesting, all of those can help improve your attraction level to ladies. It's a little difficult now in today's age because of the internet and Tinder, so you don't really get a chance to use those things in person like you could back when I was coming up, but it works. But if you're a black man or a man in general that's extremely successful and exceptional at what he does, and you're not thirsty, boy oh boy, women will come your way. Rewind, Dima! 11 years ago, Morgan Freeman appeared on CNN and talked to Piers Morgan. And this clip went viral almost all over the world about Morgan Freeman's advice to men about dealing with women. Let's check out what he had to say.
I've always felt you're a natural ladies' man, in the sense that women really love you. The women I know who know you adore you. And you always seem to have a natural affinity around women. Would you accept that?
Yes. I absolutely adore women. I just do. I'm a mama's boy. I absolutely love women. But I also have an abiding respect for them. I think that's what comes across more than, I'm not what you would call a ladies' man.
No.
I'm not a real big skirt chaser.
A small-time skirt chaser?
There is a secret I'll tell you after the show.
Come on, what's the secret?
Don't chase women.
Really?
They'll chase you.
Is that your strategy?
Yeah.
Does it work?
Works very well. I'm going to get in trouble for saying this because...
Explore this technique for me. So what is the technique of letting them chase you? How do you make yourself known as potentially available?
Just don't do it. Don't, you meet a lady, you express to her how wonderful she looks, or how you respond to the way she looks, or whatever it is, and then go on about your business.
And does it ever fail?
They're curious, they're like horses in a pasture sometimes. You walk into a pasture and the horse sees you. He's coming over to investigate. And if you see a lady and you don't go, drooling all over her, she's going to want to know why.
So you've basically a lifetime of non-drooling has been a successful strategy.
Yeah, it works fine.
Now, most of you are wondering, what in the hell does that have to do with Floyd Mayweather, the title of this video? I'm glad you asked that question. Fast forward, Dima! It's now 2023, and my man Floyd Mayweather is now retired. Every now and then he makes a lot of money off of doing these exhibition matches, and he always pulls up to the fights with like $1 million chains on and things like that. But hey, Mayweather is the man, and sometimes he pulls up at the strip club. Now, this particular situation is interesting because we can't necessarily play the entire video, but we will show a screenshot where Floyd Mayweather made strippers line up in the club just to have a dance with him. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. Sad music? Man, Floyd Mayweather's a simp, man. Them strippers don't love him. They don't care about him. Man, they just want his money. Well, I want to talk to you about something real. What woman doesn't want a man's money? But the reality is that Mayweather is extremely great at what he does. And one thing that Mayweather never has to do is chase women. Any woman that wants to deal with Mayweather will deal with him at his own rules, or on his own rules, his own timeline, his own flexibility or availability. If not, they can go, because men are made, like the saying, iron sharpens iron. They're made, and they're not born. Some people can say women are not made, they are born. And I think what they mean when they say that is that women come out looking, very beautiful. Either you're beautiful or you're not. And some of that may be true, but obviously women have their own progression just like we do as men. But the reality is that so many men focus on chasing women instead of chasing being a dynamite man. And I'm going to tell you, the last 10 years of my life have been quite fruitful. Not because I was trying to get the best looking girl. I was just trying to be the best man I could for myself. And along the way, I've learned that the better that I am at what I'm trying to do, the better things are. Like, the more friends you get, the more people that will help you in the business world, the more opportunities you get to do X, Y, and Z. And because of those things, women notice who those men are. Now, I'm not saying that they're gonna love you. I'm not saying that they're gonna like you. It's possible that it can happen. What I can tell you though, is that if you focus more on yourself and not focus on chasing women, you don't have to worry about it. One thing that guys really get wrong is being super thirsty. Oh my God, man. I'm just gonna be real. Too many men in general, even when they start getting money, they're so desperate for women. They're so, like, it's like they've never seen women before. And it's such a turnoff to see guys who are so desperate just to get a date. Just think about what it took to be you in your life as a man. It took a lot of work, right? I mean, think about it. You had to go to college. You had to go to school. You know, you had to be broke. You had to save money. You had to defer your gratification. And now that you are who you are, is it like, do you have to go out now and say, you know what? I really need to chase this lady because she's better than me. You don't have to chase anybody when you're the best. People chase you. That's how it works everywhere around the world. When you're good at something and you add value to something and you bring stuff that shakes the things up, people want to come after you. I'm not saying they all got good intentions, but you definitely got a better crop to choose from than before. That's what I try to tell black men. Black men just need to worry about being what? Successful. If you're a black man and you're worried about being successful and you bring development, all the top people will start respecting you and everything's gonna change. Women change, friends change, values change. You don't have to chase anything because you've chased being good. Now, like even on my YouTube channel, I don't necessarily chase like, okay, I need to make a certain amount of money this month or whatever. I try to make my content as valuable as I can for my audience, which is typically black men in America or in the Western world or wherever they're at. And I'm just trying to be great. I'm trying to improve the quality of what I do every day. For who? For my listeners. Like I have the King Ganda podcast, for an example, and on my King Ganda channel, it was doing terrible. We came back, tried to make it great. We have one of the best diaspora podcasts on planet Earth. We're focused on trying to be good. And if more men focused on being great at what they do, it would just handle the rest. Now, obviously, handling women is something, a skill that you have to have. But hey, you don't need to be thirsty chasing her. That lady, if you're valuable enough, she'll be glad to want to be around you. Like, yo, why he not sweating me? Why he not so thirsty? Why he don't really be checking on me like that? Like, why he's so busy? Because you're busy doing what you want to do. So by a woman's nature, she wants to be a part of that. Like so many guys want to be in a woman's world and not want to be in the world that you created. Let her join your world where all the fun is at. And that is how you become successful. Morgan Freeman just put us all up on the game. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.